So having someone like that who's as interpersonal and willing to talk to as many people as possible is just that's the way. That is the guy. You know, he's making it happen. Let's making it happen. Apple's gonna try and make this happen.
Beautiful, beautiful game. 1 going to small battlefield. I have to. I mean, there's no way we're going to any weirder stages in this matchup.
Yeah.
We know how this matchup goes. Snake does not want to go to anything smaller. Flat also doesn't really help Snake.
Yeah.
Keep the platforms in if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you gotta be cognizant if you're Snake. You gotta be worried about the situation and how it's gonna play. You know, Snake Game & Watch is such a interesting set. Oh my goodness. Miya is so aware of all the situations. Miya knew 5 seconds before the situation. I looked away!
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay,
Bucket.
so let's talk about that.
It was Bucket.
I figured, I heard it.
And it was Bucket. That's basically what we saw.
It was Bucket.
It's a strong Bucket with explosives in hand. This is one of the very many reasons this is such a difficult matchup for Snake.
Yeah. And, you know, our local Snake main, who's definitely not at the level of you know, an AK or any level like that, but our local Snake main, he's one of the guys who's always in the Snake Discord talking about, here's new tech, I've discovered this, that, and the other thing. I crouched under the that is crazy, under the pan. That's some fantastic knowledge of the matchup. But our local Snake main, he's like, well, you know, I actually go Marth here. And so, you know, even the guy who is so confident in the way he plays Snake and the way that he like constantly his whole life is just analyzing Snake. And to be honest, he's like, I don't really want to play Snake here. And so you got to really think about, what does that mean for someone like Apple? What does that mean for someone like Hurt? I think we've seen Hurt maybe switch it up a couple times. I think we've seen someone like Sonic against Min Min before. You know, these characters come out. So we could see maybe a character switch, but to be honest, Apple isn't doing half bad right now. It was just kind of that one big stock change that happened from the Bucket. So, you know, if maybe we can find some way around that, maybe we can see a different result for the next game.
First game is just info, of course.
Yep.
We had to take a loss to be able to inevitably take some wins. Apple, yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. That early deficit kind of snowballed pretty heavily in Miya's favor, but once Apple kind of took inventory and locked in a little bit, you started to see a little bit of a turnaround.
Yeah.
So stock take with the back air as an edge guarding option while Miya was drifting back.
Yeah.
There's inklings of hope here. There's glimmers,
for sure.
But Miya's gonna try to stop that light right now.
And it's Miya, right? You know, this is the player that's gonna make the adaptations. This is the player that's gonna make something happen. And something I was thinking about that you kind of mentioned, and I kind of realized here is, you said that Apple kind of emulates a bit more of that, like you said, like campier style, something like that. Would you say it's more emulating the way Hurt plays, or more emulating the way maybe AK plays?
For Apple, I mean, I can't really tell because he's been in such a deficit that he's been kind of forced to scrap so much that it feels like AK.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's optimal. I think it just means that it's what he's felt like he's had to do being at such a deficit.
So I want to point out, if you ever watch the way Hurt plays, you'll see that it's...
I thought he was going to up tilt. I thought it was the right choice.
I thought he had it too. It's very much the way he's kind of playing now. He hasn't pulled a grenade in like 3 minutes. You know, like he just gets to sit there. The way Hurt plays, if you ever want to learn how to dash dance and you're a newer player and you want to ever learn how to be a Snake player, watch Hurt versus these Game & Watch players. The way Hurt moves is similar to the way Apple's moving right now, but it's with so much grace and knowledge of exactly the situation. It's almost like he's playing a fighting game. Like an FGC.
You never see Hurt pull grenades against Game & Watch, almost ever,
not.
for a good reason.
And
so far, it's working out for Apple. This is the first big lead we've seen, but unfortunately barely misses the ledge. I think Fast fell with the air dodge, and the iframes from the air dodge were still going right below the ledge.
Just barely. I mean, and now Miya gets to have his grubby hands on you know, Snake here with the nairs, with the up airs, put him in disadvantage. You know, Game & Watch like a glass cannon of a character, but in the same way, a cannon. You know.
Woo!
Wow, I gotta give it to Apple. Apple almost got a clip on Miya, and honestly, if you got that clip, I think you go on Twitch after the set and you clip that and you say, I'm happy.
I'm good with this. This is my takeaway.
This is my takeaway. But Apple, maybe not just happy with the takeaway of a clip. What's the game?
That dash attack crossed up. It was just close enough. And Apple knew that was going to happen, up tilted. I can't believe that response time and that awareness in that scramble situation favored Apple, and he's continuing to rack up the damage.
Yeah, I mean, Miya is such a fantastic player, but like I said, you know, time and time again, Apple gets to be the shield now. And I'm scared. You know, I look over at my co-caster, and Kevin has the most fearful look on his face.
He's got 2 in the bucket, man.
2 in the bucket,
Two in the
one
bucket.
more, and you could lose. This stock could matter completely not. If he dies in the next stock and Miya somehow gets the bucket to full, it could be curtains again.
Yeah, and you can see that Apple hasn't even pulled out a C4.
No,
He's
no
too
chance.
afraid, right?
Uh-oh,
Like, unless
uh-oh.
Miya is off stage. Now you can pull it out, but you still have to be careful.
Ooh.
What a spacing.
That spacing
What
was
a
so
spacing.
good. That spacing was so good.
That's a 2 stock for
I
Apple.
know, that is fantastic. I mean, like you said, it's a data game. The first game is data. And Apple is showing I can hang with the top. Let me 2-stock Miya. Okay. Talk to him, I guess. Like that's such an amazing play.
Data flow goes both ways, though. Miya got to see a lot of what Apple likes to do in advantage and can now adapt and play around that.
Yep,
We're not going to see any difference of characters here. I think we figured out the message. Apple said no grenades. C4 has to be only placed while in advantage state, and I have to be careful about bucket, and otherwise we are good. Now, here is an interesting thing.
Yes.
Smashville is open.
Oh.
So you ban the flat stages, and I guess
Right.
you ban the long stages, right? You don't
Right.
want to play on FD, you don't want to play on Callus, you don't want to play on Talon.
Sure.
So Smashville is probably the best option for Miya. You get to use your massive hitboxes and great scramble tools, not letting Snake play the distance game. You can't dash back and look for a dash attack. You can't get any of your good aerials spaced out either.
Yeah, and I also want to point out here, against anyone else in the game, if you're not Game & Watch, you get to put the C4 on the middle platform, and it covers so much space. But to be honest, Apple is only exclusively using C4 as a ledge trapping situation, as a spot when Mia's off stage. He has that time to set it up. The Cypher hits into an advantage states? That was an amazing play. Uh-oh. Wait, that's on the center.
I like the idea.
Oh, Miya, Miya just throwing the bucket out there. Every time he gets close to that C4, why not? I'll put the bucket there. I got time.
You got time. Exactly. You have time. It takes so long for Snake to get back to stage.
Yeah.
Poor airspeed and your recovery options usually have to go high.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can always use the bucket there. So that C4 doesn't actually provide a disadvantage tool at all for Apple. It's only when you can read out Miya in a scramble situation. Now Miya catching not an air dodge to ledge, but an air dodge past it. Unfortunate for Apple.
And I mean, it's just so fantastic because the up smash just has that iframes on it, has that big hitbox. It's such a good magnet because so many players will see him charging up smash and say, oh, I can contest that. You can't do that.
No.
So players of this caliber using things like the back air to get through the bombs, using things like spacing here, we're seeing at this exact moment to catch out things that Miya wants to do here. It's a little scary. The back air. Taking a whole lot of space. Miya now in the shield position.
Okay, gets back to center. You don't have to worry about that C4 even a little bit if you're not at the ledge.
I like that Miya is using bucket just like a whole lot, even though Apple has specifically said, like very clearly, I'm not gonna throw explosives for you to grab. So even though that's the case, Miya has kind of like been very clear.
He just dropped that, right? Like he just dropped that?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know where the C4 came from. I think he reversed it and then dropped it.
Yeah, he just dropped it because he reversed, and somehow Miya still got hit by it. Insane.
I think it's possible that, like, kind of where I was going with this is, even though Miya keeps spamming bucket and keeps showing that I'm going to keep bucketing it, and even though Apple keeps saying, well, I'm actually going to play spacing.
You're saying it was a double bluff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's another layer. That's why we have a top 4 player in the world. That's why we have an amazing Snake player who just upset Yeast. These players can go the distance. They can make these different leads. They can go layers and layers and layers and layers deep.
Oh, no,
no, don't do
it. Don't do it to him.
No.
You can't do it to him like this.
This is so scary.
Not right now.
If you're Apple, you have to be more scared than
you can't
anything.
shield either.
You can't
do anything.
It's like you're playing against Kazuya now. But he only needs to press down B instead of electric. Yeah, there you go.
Can't do anything. Yeah. That's going to cover the entire platform. You can't even land there.
Yeah.
Small stage comes back to bite you when the bucket's full.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I'm thinking about here is why did he F smash? Because that is like, that's the button that Miya can absorb. That's the button that Miya wants to kill you with.
You're right.
It's like
you
were playing the shield so well, and now Miya has the gun and the shield. He took your gun away. Like, what do you do? Oh.
Going to small battlefield as the reverse for Apple, so get me off of that small stage. Choosing something with a lot more room to play and another platform to land on.
Yeah, it's just, man, I'm still reeling from the bucket. I'll be honest. That bucket, You know how when DDD sets up the down B on the ledge and gets to hold it there and be all scary? He needs to set it up first, right? Except Game & Watch has the same... Uh-oh. So it's already 30 seconds in, and Miya has 2 bars, and that doesn't go in for the whole game. So if you're Apple and you're down 1-2 against Miya, I'll be honest, I'm lifting my hand off the B-button. I'm taping the B-button shut. I'm taking the B-button off my controller. I'm mortified of pressing another explosive button.
Dash attack? Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
It's the only thing you can really do to punish.
Uh-oh. Yeah, good for not pressing. Good on you for not pressing that C4 there, because that would
Would have been a bad spot,
Yeah,
but Miya finds a
absolutely.
reversal from ledge. Apple still in a bad spot, down a stock and climbing. Oh, that's a bad spot. Miya clip farming. Come on, buddy.
Miya wants some more Twitter clips. I think Miya really wants the clip that Akula got on Hurt. Wants something like that, you know, wants something similar, but you know, that clip is a legendary situation, and Hurt, mad respect to him, took it off the chin and came back and fought harder next year. So, I mean, it's just so amazing.
I like that crawling under Chef and getting the down tilt has been so consistent, you'd think Miya would stop pulling the B.
Yeah, honestly, I would 100% agree with you. I think we've seen it a couple times this set. They've been so cognizant, but speaking of cognizant, Apple's there with the up tilt.
Yeah, you approach with the C4 as pressure.
That happened earlier.
Miya pulls out the bucket unsafely, but it doesn't even matter. Miya gets the up smash.
So that's actually the second time this set that Apple has been in the corner, and Miya said, this spot, Snakes love rolling. And he said, I'm going to up smash you, and you're going to pay for it. Oh!
You get back,
9?
but what do you get off of this? Is a fully charged F smash going to do it at 48%? It does. My goodness, that's a strong move of the tip.
Yeah, that's Miya. That's all, really?
That was Miya.
Period. That's Miya.
That's Miya.
And what can you do as extra?